Okay, good morning everyone. It is Tuesday. Once again, my camera is doing the thing where it won't show me the display, so I can't see myself on the screen. So I hope that I am pretty much in frame. I made some like little test runs, so I think that you should be able to see my face. That is the important part, right? So let me see. Oliver, I'm glad that your snow situation seems to have improved. I'm glad that your garden is like starting to do stuff. Our garden situation is, we have not really had a garden much for the last few years. Like we used to have like the garden that I would like, that I used to make videos of and stuff. But that sort of gradually deteriorated because none of us are like physically able to do that kind of gardening at this point. And the backyard in general like has mostly been taken over by the puppies, which means like you can't really have like plants back there because the puppies just destroy everything because they're puppies. And the part that is not puppied is just like we just can't it needs somebody to do a lot of like really physical like hardcore upkeep, like the hedges need to be like massively pruned and that kind of thing, and just none of us are able to do that, so it's just kind of being left to itself at this point. So the backyard in terms of like garden stuff is kind of a wash. Hold on, I got a cat. I realized I had left the door open. Oh, because I didn't leave the door open. Mom left the door open, I remember. You want to come and sit? You want up on the table? Okay. Behave yourself. Don't put your head or your paws on the keyboard, please. Is it too high? Do you not like it? So anyway, so the garden is like the backyard garden, which is where everything was before, or basically everything was before, is like not really a thing anymore. There's not much left back there anyway. Like the beds and stuff that were there before have become really heavily overgrown, and the plants that were in there are pretty much not around anymore because plants only last so long. So what we are doing for this year, we haven't really had much of anything in the way of gardens for the last few years. We've had like a few potted plants, like potted tomato plants and that kind of thing, but they haven't done much. And so this year we're attempting, I mean, fingers crossed, knock on wood, etc. We're kind of trying to do some gardening stuff. We have, last year my mom got some columnar apple trees, which I had mentioned previously, and they are currently blooming, most of them. We have two that are not blooming. One of them is new this year, and the other one is like, columnar apple trees don't grow directly from like a regular root. They're grafted onto a specific kind of rootstock, and so this one, the graft died, but the root started putting up branches. So we don't know. It's like just mystery apple, and so it's only a first year because it started putting up, the branches last year. So it's not blooming or anything. We don't know what's going to happen with it. Like it may not even, like it might die. It might not even be suitable because it's in a container. We don't know what the thing is. So it's just a mystery tree, and we will just see what happens with it, basically. So the new one this year and the mystery tree have not bloomed yet, but the others have bloomed or are in the process of blooming. And so we've got that going on, and then we have a few more things in pots, and we have some beds that we are planning to put together We'll see how that goes, because frankly we make a lot of plans about gardening and it does not always come to fruition. And I really cannot do much of anything that requires any sort of like physical effort at all. So I feel very concerned about how well this is going to go, but we're going to try. We're going to see what we get. And all of this is going to go in the front yard, which is sort of easier to deal with, partly because it doesn't have any puppies in it. And so, yeah, so I will keep you updated if anything interesting happens with that. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. But Oliver, it's really nice to see like your garden stuff, and I'm glad that you know your weather has improved. So I hope that your stuff gets to keep growing and doing well right now. So yes, please continue to like update us on what your yard is doing too, because like I always want to see what everybody else's stuff is doing. So yeah, I've been talking about this for like 6 minutes. Like 6.5 minutes, and it's not really that interesting, is it? So, yeah, I guess I'm done this week. So I feel like there was something I was going to tell you, but I don't know what it was. We've been talking about scheduling calls again. So if that is a thing you are interested in, here is your reminder. I love you all a lot. I will see you next week. Don't forget to be awesome.